Hello everybody. As we have finished our first one topic, which was very interested, and I hope you have completed its all notes and all the work that I asked you to do, right? And now it is time to start with the second lesson, which is also very interesting, and that is that is physical quantities and measurement. So before going further for the entire chapter, let me complete my points by concept map, then you will get idea what the points we are going to cover in this chapter. First one is about density. In that we will study about the units of the density and the measurement in different situations. Next one is floating and sinking. Next one is Archimedes principle, and last one we'll learn about international load line. Children, before starting with the chapter, I want you to get clear idea. Firstly, what is measurement? First one is what is measurement? And before that, what is physical quantity? Okay, what is physical quantities? Children, we are surrounded with so many objects, okay, and we are living in society. So even there are so many things involved, right? Suppose you are interacting with your any one of society member, maybe it is your parent or teacher or siblings, right? So there you may get sometime very angry. You are getting sometime no some more ideas to develop your society. Sometimes you are thinking about our society, right? So these all things together we are considering, these are the things which we are surrounded with. But among that, which are the things that we can measure, that may comes under physical quantities? For example, suppose there are, I will give you some example. Examples are your weight, then area, or length, or we can say anger, okay, or we can say any kind of, okay, time, then emotions. Okay, so these all things together we are everyday dealing with. The question is, which among these, which are the things which we can measure? Weight we can measure? Yes, we can measure it. Area we can measure? Yes, we can measure. Length of any substance like the compass, any object around you. The length of it we can measure. Yes, it's possible. Anger you can measure. Your anger is 2, 3, 4. No, it's not possible. Time you can measure? Yes, it's measurable. And next one, emotions. No. So there are some things, certain things that we can measure, and those all things comes under physical quantities which we can measure. And as per our topic, one more quantity we are going to learn in detail is only one quantity, and that is all about density. Okay, now the next thing is measurement. What is measurement? We are going to measure the things by comparison. Now what is comparison, right? Suppose this is any kind of rod you consider, okay, rod AB. This is rod. What and how you are going to check its length? Yes, you have to use some comparative things, like you are having in the compass, right? You are having scale, normal scale. So placing on that particular rod, you can check out its length, right? So basically measurement means comparing the thing, unknown thing, with known things, Suppose you want 1 kg of sugar. What you will do? You will simply compare given mass, means sugar. You will check the sugar, that mass, and you will compare this mass with 1 kg of unit. 1 kg of unit which is already given, already is there in grocery shop. So they will just compare the masses and give you exactly that kind of mass, whatever the sugar, whatever you want grocery item, that they will give you. So basically measurement means the comparison of unknown quantity with known quantity, that comes under measurement. So measurement means what? It is the comparison between unknown quantity and known quantity. So you are getting perfect measurement. Now as per our topic, it is the physical quantities and measurement. It is time to learn now all content in it one by one. My first content is density. Okay, about the density, what thing you will be knowing already? Okay, let's try it with some activity. Okay, I have here two boxes. Okay, two boxes. It's chalk piece boxes. Okay, so one box is fully empty. Is no chalk piece inside, and one more box is there having some chalk piece inside. Okay, but what is the difference in between both of the boxes? Yes, in as per the area, as per the total occupied space by this, right? Volume is same only, both having same volume. I think you know volume better, right? What is volume? Volume is nothing but space occupied by that surface, by that any object. Okay, so basically these both having same volume, boxes are same in shape, but the difference is I can feel, not you, because I can feel more weight here than this. This is empty box. Okay, here no chalk piece inside, but here so many chalk pieces are there already. It's giving me more weight. On this experiment, very simple it is. One is having heavy weight inside and one is very light for you, very light weighted. So what is difference in between? What is the basic thing which is different in both? That is, they have same volume, but masses are different. Mass means what? Mass means matter inside the material. Matter contains inside the body. Inside this box, chalk pieces are there. Because of that, it has got mass, more mass than this box. Okay, so this idea, actually, this all experiment basically shows you, gives you basic idea about one thing, and that is our first content in the topic. It is about density. It's all about density. It's very simple, children. If two boys or two people having same height, but one person is showing you more weight, more mass, then what you will say? That person is having more density. So basically, I want you to give me answer. If you want to explain the proper definition of density, what answer you can give or you can think about? Yes, it's very simple. It is nothing but the ratio. Density is nothing but the ratio between what? Between mass and volume. Yes, it's very simple. Density is nothing but the ratio between mass and volume. If it is true, you should be knowing about three different things, three definitions here. First definition, what is mass? If you want to find out density, you should be knowing what is mass. And next one, you have to know about volume. What is volume? So let me give that notes. Let's start with writing some notes. So here let us get very clear idea about density and the things involved in that, that is mass and volume. So density is nothing but it is the ratio of the mass of a body to its volume. Secondly, what is mass? The quantity of matter inside the body called as mass. And third one is volume, the space occupied by a body called as volume. So these things together giving you great idea about the density. So in very simple language, very common language, we can say density is saying how the thing is heavy, which thing is heavy. Okay, having both the boxes showing the same volume but they are different in their masses. So basically, density means saying how the thing is heavier than other. So saying the heavy word we have replaced with more scientific term called as density. So you should not get confused in that. And here directly you are getting formula to find out the density of given material, mass by volume. Okay. Now after this, one more thing I would like to ask you. Okay, I will give an example of ice cube. Okay, just imagine these are some ice cube. Okay, ice cube, and here the full glass of water. Okay, what do you think, children? Which of this which of these having more density? More density, what you will do? You will just compare with the masses, right? Because there are only two cubes they have given and full glass of the water, so we can't say that volume is same. Here I would like to tell you thing. If you are pouring these ice cubes inside the water, what will happen? As suppose in summer season, sometime you are drinking some cold drinks or juices. If it is not too cold, what you will do? Simply you will going to add some ice cubes inside the juice, inside the liquid. What is happening that time? That time these cubes will start floating, isn't it? If we are going to have some sugarcane juice, that time also if we have added some ice cubes in that, what will happen? Just observe it. Those ice cubes will start floating. How it is possible? Okay, one more example I would like to give you. Children, anything that inside the freezer, obviously it will be in solid state. Okay, in solid, if you are giving heat to this, if you are heating this solid, obviously it will turn into liquid, right? And molecule wise, according to molecules, these molecules are tightly packed. After heating, these molecules slightly will get loosen and they will start flowing. It is obvious thing, right? But I would like to introduce one very special substance that is showing different property. All the material, whatever which is possible to melt, right? That all the material which can melt, they will be having very much density in solid state because they are very tightly packed and heavy also they will be. But when they will be melting, they will give you flowy substance, liquid substance, as molecules will be loosened, right? So they will be quietly free to move, right? So there is one substance which is very special because it is not behaving like obvious substances. That substance will be showing you different property. And which is that special substance, you know? That is water, nothing but water. How it is special? All substances has to show maximum density in their solid state, right? Because they will be occupying less space and that much of mass only. But in case of water, it is different because as you are keeping them inside the fridge or in ice state, they will not show you that much density. You can see in water, ice cube will flow. So which material is flowing? Which is less heavy, that will come up. Which is heavy substance, that will be down. For example, suppose you are taking a spoon of oil and you have added that oil into the water. What will happen? Oil will float, right? It will come up and water will be down. Why it is? Yes, the heavier or more denser substance will settle down and light one substance will come up. It is the rule, right? For example, any wooden cork, if you are inserting it, yet what will happen? Wooden cork will start flowing because it will be showing you less density. In case of water, what is happening actually? As you are heating the water, okay, suppose it is first time, it is suppose ice cube. You are giving heat to it. Basically, what should happen? It should start melting and it should show less in density. It should become decrease. It should show you decrease in density. But it's not happening. At sharp 3.98 degrees Celsius, at this temperature, this water will show you maximum density. Maximum density. And one nice word for this unnatural behavior of the water, and that is anomalous expansion of water. Anomalous expansion of water, unusual behavior of the water. Okay, as it should be actually decrease in its density as it is going into the flowy state, going into the liquid state. But instead of what is happening, see children, ice cube will start melting at its 0 degree Celsius. That I think you know, right? But as the temperature is increasing, it is showing increase in density. Increase in density. Actually, it should be decreasing as the temperature is more. It should show very decrease in the density. But it is at this temperature 3.98 degrees Celsius. It is showing you the maximum density of the water, and that is called as anomalous expansion of the water. So this was all about the density. Now it's time to learn about its units. Okay, children, so here we are studying about the units of the density. As you know, first of all, the formula for density is mass by volume. So, SI unit of the density will be, in what term we are measuring mass? Yes, we are measuring mass in term of kilogram in SI unit, and volume we are measuring in cubic meter, right? So the formula will be kilogram per cubic meter. Children, see whether writing, you are suppose writing the unit of it, there are two methods. Either you write directly kilogram cubic meter like this. Here you are not mentioning per cubic meter. So you should write, mention here minus symbol for 3. This cube will be minus because you have changed the side of it. Or you can write in this way, kilogram per cubic meter. Okay, there are two methods. If you don't want to write this line, you have to go for this method. Mention here minus 3, minus cubic, right? Okay, now after this CGS unit of the density. So in what term we are going to measure mass in CGS unit? We are going to measure in grams, right? And volume we are measuring in CGS by cubic centimeter, right? So the CGS unit of density will be gram cubic centimeter. This is first method, or you can write like gram per cubic meter. Keep in mind, while writing any kind of units in physics especially, you have to mention it properly. Okay, here the method, it is actually gram per centimeter cube, right? But if you don't want to write this line, just mention gram cubic centimeter, but here cube will be negative as you have changed the sign from down, you have brought it on upside, right? So this is the thing you have to keep in mind. Now children, it is the time to know much better idea about density with some experiments, with some numericals. And now let's start with solving some interesting numericals. So here my first numerical, and you all will like to solve this. First one, a block of copper of mass 200 grams has volume 50 cubic centimeter. Find its density. It is straight away, you can mention the same formula which you know, right? And the formula for density is mass by volume. So all given numbers are there. You have to just insert those number. Given mass is 200 gram. So 200 divided by given volume of the material is 50 cubic centimeter. So it will be 50. So simply you can mention 5 4 za 20. 5 4 za 20. So 4. Answer is complete. No, answer is not complete. You should mention proper unit. So the mass they have already mentioned is gram. Okay, gram, and they have mentioned volume in cubic centimeter. So cubic centimeter. Don't forget to mention minus sign here. It is per. It is mass per volume. So here I have mentioned the answer. Okay. Children, this was the first example in a textbook. Okay, suppose I will now increase the question. I will put one more line to find, that is find same answer in SI unit. In SI unit, how you will do? Yes, you should be ready for all types of questions, right? So answer is very simple. So basically, Keep in mind one formula which is very important. 1 gram cubic centimeter always equal to 1000 kilogram cubic meter. This is the formula. Then what you will do here? You will simply get this number what you have got answer here. So this 4 gram cubic centimeter, this will get multiplied with 1000, right? So what answer you will get? Yes, it is 4000 kilogram per cubic meter, per cubic meter. So this is the answer. And you will ask me now, ma'am, in textbook it is not written the question, but you should be knowing this extra information also. Wherever they ask you for in CGS, convert it into SI unit, what exactly you will do? You will just multiply the answer with 1000, because the ratio, it is the ratio 1 gram cubic per cubic centimeter always equal to 1000 of kgs per cubic meter. So this was the first. Now the second case. They have given one question. If 96.5 gram of gold has a volume of 5 cubic centimeter, what is its density? What is the density of the gold? Children, before this, I would like to tell you one story. I can't stop myself from telling you the story. The story is, some years back, what happened, one king was there, and that king was very passionate for more and more gold jewelries. Okay, so what happened, one fine person, he just gifted him one nice golden crown. It was not golden, it is pure gold. He was telling it is pure gold crown. Okay, now this king was very curious to know whether it is really pure or not. Okay, so he gave this work to finding out whether the crown is pure gold or not to one scientist was there. Okay, to that scientist he has given that work. I will tell you the name of the scientist afterwards. Okay, so the scientist he found that answer. What happened? He was always thinking about the thing. How come I will get the answer? And this king also gave one condition. He should not break that crown. He should not harm anyhow to the crown, and he should find out whether the crown is pure or not. Then what happened? The scientist, one fine day he was going for the bath, and in thinking what happened, his bathtub was full of water. Okay, that bathtub was full of water, and that scientist in how, okay, he thought, okay, I should get now bath. He went inside, and some amount of water, it fell down. It fell down, and that king was thinking, sorry, that scientist was thinking, oh, this how it happened, and something came in his mind. He just shouted, "Eureka, Eureka!" and he ran away towards the king's palace, and he said, "Yes, I found something." Basically, Eureka means I found something. I found something. So he shouted and went inside the palace. He said, I can give answer now whether your crown is pure or not. Okay, so the great scientist's name was Archimedes. Okay, Archimedes. He gave that principle. That principle we will learn in this chapter only afterwards. Alright, so before this, let me clear with this. I said the story because of the gold. Once he found the pure density of the gold, he can compare same thing with all and he can get the answer, right? I will show you in practically how it possible, okay? First of all, let's start with this numerical. So they have mentioned here two figures, two numbers. They have given in gram. What they will give? Obviously, mass they have mentioned, and again they have given the volume. Okay. So what we have to do? We have to just make same formula. Formula is the same. Density is equal to mass by volume. But here they have not asked about the density, right? Okay. So here density only they have asked. So what will be our formula? Our formula will be same. D is equal to M by V. So they have given here mass 96.5 divided by volume, it is 5 cubic centimeter. You have to make it summation correctly and you will get the answer that will be 19.3. 19.3. What is that? So first mass they have mentioned in grams and volume they have mentioned is cubic centimeter. minus sign, don't forget. So here is the answer. Now children, I will ask you some more questions where I will not ask you direct density to find out. I will ask you to find out either mass or volume. Let's try with that examples. So here I am with some more examples. Calculate the volume of wood of mass 400 kg when the density of wood is 800 kilogram per cubic meter. Now what formula you will use? You know only one formula, D is equal to M by V, that you know. But as per the requirement, you can't use here the same formula. You have to just change it, convert it. They have asked you for volume. What you will do? Same formula, just convert it. Volume is always equal to mass by density. Mass by density. Right? So this is the thing you have to keep in mind very carefully. So the answer will be mass given is what? 400 kilogram. Now next one will be the density 800. Right? It will be 4 1 are 4, 4 2 are 8, 1 by 2, which is nothing but 0.5. Yes, half means 0.5. But they have asked you about the mass. Right? Sorry, the volume. So volume you should be mentioning in what unit? Okay, here you will get all answer. Density they have mentioned is kilogram per cubic meter. So remaining this cubic meter will be answer for volume. So the answer will be cubic meter, 0.5 cubic meter. Now the thing is, you have to mention, suppose they have given already density. In that you should check out with the units. As per these units only, you should mention unit for given whatever the calculative things. For that you can mention the unit. Okay, this is the first one. Now one more question is there. Here the density of a diamond is 3.5 gram cubic centimeter. What would be the mass of it whose volume also is given 0.5 cubic centimeter. So the volume you know, even you know about the density. While solving it, children, don't forget to write the given values everywhere. Here also I have not written, I have just underlined the given things, right? So you have to mention given values. They have given, first of all, density they have given, that is 3.5 gram cubic centimeter, gram per cubic centimeter. Then they have mentioned the volume even, that is 0.5 cubic centimeter. Now the thing they ask, the mass. If you want to find out mass, the same formula, but just convert it, that will be D into V. If they ask mass, they will become D into V. Density into volume. So the answer you will get 3.5 multiplied with 0.5. Okay, so after making this numerical, you will get the answer. I want you to find the answer, that will be much better. Okay, and here you should mention proper answer and with proper unit. Let's see whether you can do it or not. I hope you will do it better. And while solving these numericals, only I want to clear with only 2 points. Okay, whatever the problem, this is the formula. Okay, this is the basic formula 1, 2 and third one formula this if they ask about mass. These three formula only you should be learning. First one is density is equal to mass by volume. If they ask volume, you should mention mass divided with density. And next one mass, if they ask, directly make multiplication with density and volume. So this is the basic formula for these three, and I'm sure that you will solve all numerical in your textbooks. So here your homework, today's homework, first question, what is density? State its units and relation among them. Means 1 gram cubic centimeter is equal to how many in SI unit you should mention. Second one, what is the anomalous expansion of water? Which I have explained, even you will get answer from your textbook. Only this word will not be there, but this is for your special information. I have given word. Question number 3, solve 7th and 9th numerical from your textbook, and I hope that you will enjoy that solving numerical because you know all the formulas. You need to apply them correctly in that, right? So you will get the answer. So all the best for these all things, and I hope you will find much more things, much more numericals. You will solve it surely.